Pamela Anderson, the eternal sex symbol whose bombshell image defined 90s pop culture, is embarking on a profound personal reinvention, one that peels back layers of public persona to reveal the quiet yearnings of heritage and healing. At 58, the Baywatch icon has traded red swimsuits for introspective narratives, ditching heavy makeup for a bare-faced authenticity that mirrors her evolving spirit. In a deeply moving interview, she disclosed her longing to shed Pamela Anderson for Pamela Hyytiäinen, honoring the Finnish surname of her late grandfather Herman, the man who shaped her soul more than any spotlight ever could. This isn't mere whimsy, it's a reclamation of identity, a bridge to forgotten roots that promises to redefine her legacy. Herman Hyytiäinen was no ordinary grandfather. He was Pamela's anchor, her first teacher of wonder. A native Finn who immigrated to Canada, he enveloped her childhood in tales of Nordic landscapes, vast forests whispering secrets, saunas steaming with communal warmth, and midsummer nights that blurred day into dream. He was the closest person to me in my life, Pamela shared, her voice softening with memory. Herman taught her Finnish, a magical language that no one else could understand, its rolling consonants and melodic vowels forming a private code between them. They spoke it in hushed tones during visits, weaving incantations against the world's harshness. But when Herman passed away when Pamela was just 11, so too faded the tongue, leaving a linguistic orphanhood that echoes in her now. The Hyytiäinen name carries that magic's weight. Upon arriving in Canada, Pamela's family anglicized it to Anderson, a pragmatic pivot for assimilation in a new land. But for Pamela, it's a dilution of essence. Sometimes I don't want to be Pamela Anderson, she confessed. I want to be Pamela Hyytiäinen. I would like to change my name, but they won't let me. Bureaucratic barriers aside, her desire stems from a deeper ache, to honor the immigrant grit that forged her lineage. Finland's heritage, steeped in sisu, that untranslatable resilience, resonates with Pamela's own survival story from Ladysmith, British Columbia's modest shores to Hollywood's glittering gauntlet. This pull toward roots coincides with Pamela's broader awakening. Her 2023 memoir Love, Pamela and Netflix doc Pamela, a love story dismantled the pneumatic caricature, Playboy centerfolds, rockstar husbands like Tommy Lee and Kid Rock, Baywatch's slow-motion sprints, that eclipsed her humanity. People have this image of me from Playboy to Baywatch to my rock and roll type of husbands to everything else, she reflected in a promo chat for her cookbook I Love You, Recipes from the Heart. Yet, behind the glamour, she hosted lavish dinner parties, nurturing her sons Brandon, 38, and Dylan, 26, with home-cooked meals that echoed her grandmother's Finnish stews. As much as I threw every dinner party and cooked all those meals for family and my kids, it wasn't what was seen publicly. Pamela played into the fantasy. I'm glad I did all that, but now at peace with her past, she embraces the present. Her makeup-free appearances at Paris Fashion Week and Vancouver Film Festival turned heads not for allure but for audacity, challenging beauty norms she's long subverted. It's a full-circle moment. The woman once objectified now objectifies joy, from vegan advocacy to mushroom foraging, activities that ground her in nature's quiet poetry, much like Herman's stories did. Reclaiming Hyytiäinen isn't just symbolic, it's practical. Pamela envisions infusing her life with Finnish customs, learning the language anew via apps, perhaps visiting Helsinki's archipelago for family pilgrimages. Her cookbook brims with such fusions, rye bread infused with wild berries, salmon gravlax echoing Lapland traditions, all paired with anecdotes of Herman's kitchen wisdom. He taught me that food is love's language, she says, recipes becoming rituals of remembrance. This journey intersects with her activism. As a PETA ambassador and indigenous rights supporter, nodding to her Cree ancestry via her mother, Pamela sees heritage as empowerment. Finland's sauna culture, for instance, aligns with her wellness ethos, steamy sanctuaries for reflection, much like the ones she builds in her Vancouver home. And Sisu? It's the thread through her #MeToo testimony against Hugh Hefner, her Vipassana retreats, and her refusal to fade quietly. Daughters-in-law loom in her dreams too. With Brandon and Dylan grown, she imagines Finnish-inspired weddings, passing Hyytiäinen's lore to a new generation. I want them to know the magic, she muses, eyes alight. Obstacles persist. Legal name changes demand proof, and public perception clings to Anderson. But Pamela's undeterred. Her recent strolls in Comox Valley, where she films eco-docs, feel like homecomings, the Salish Sea mirroring Baltic fjords. In reclaiming her name, Pamela reclaims narrative control. No longer the blonde bombshell, she's the storyteller, weaving Finnish threads into her tapestry. It's a quiet revolution, proving reinvention isn't erasure but enrichment. As she stirs a pot of lohikaito, Finnish salmon soup, whispering Hyytiäinen under her breath, one senses Herman smiling, his girl finally fluent in her roots.